Today I'll be dealing with the reading B part. Okay. So you can just read the question and then we'll go to the passage and then to the question again. Okay. So what should be ideal to maintain for protection from blurred vision? Okay. So the question is, what should be ideal to maintain for protection from blurred vision? The passage is for you here. Patient education guidelines. Okay, patients should be instructed to return if visual acuity decreases. Signs of decreased central visual acuity may include central blurred vision, difficulty in depth perception, and distortion of lines and objects. Families and patients will benefit from using an AMSLA grade to detect early changes in symptomatic but high risk individuals. More emphasis should be placed on safety measures to avoid trauma even if trivial. Protective goggles are useful for young patients who participate in sports. Okay, so the question is, what should be ideal to maintain for protection from blurred vision? What should be ideal to maintain for protection from blurred vision? So you have protective goggles, AMSLA grid, and safety measures.
AMSLA grid.
Translate
B.
So
B.
B.
all are having B as answer. Okay, that's the right answer. The answer is B. Very good. Okay. So that is a direct question too. Okay, shall we move to the next one? I don't think you have doubts in that, isn't it? You do not.
Yeah. No.
That is a straight question, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so shall we move to the next one?
Yes.
Okay, so the purpose of this instruction is to explain how to, okay, what is the purpose of this instruction? So an instruction is given to you. Extract from manual practice essentials. Ovarian cancer is the most common cause of cancer death from gynecologic tumors in the United States. Malignant ovarian lesions include primary lesions arising from normal structures within the ovary and secondary lesions from cancers arising elsewhere in the body. Primary lesions include epithelial ovarian carcinoma, 70% of all ovarian malignancies. Current research suggests that the majority of these originate from the fallopian tubes. Stomal tumors of the ovary include germ cell tumors, set-scored stomal tumors, and other more rare types. Metastasis to the ovaries are relatively frequent. Common sources are tumors in the endometrium, breast, colon, stomach, and cervix. So the passage is talking about the most common cause of cancer which is causing death, that is the ovarian cancer. And it is saying about its spread, its metastasis, and things like that, isn't it? How many percentage of malignancy, ovarian malignancies are there, and what does the research says you, and things like that are been explained here. So the question is, the purpose of this instructions is to explain how to deal with the ovarian cancer. So we'll see the first option first. So there's the paragraph explaining you how to deal with ovarian cancer.
No, ma'am.
No, it is not.
C. Find out the sources.
Yeah, common source, that is about the common sources, isn't it? So how to deal with ovarian cancer, or like how to get a treatment for it, is not been explained here, isn't it? So we can delete that option. So come to the next one. Estimate the extent of ovarian cancer. How to estimate the extent of ovarian cancer. So, can you see?
No.
That is also not right. The extent of ovarian cancer.
That is the source.
Extension, that means metastasis.
Yeah.
I think C is correct now, ma'am.
So what does C says? You find out the source of origin for ovarian cancer.
But
So,
here,
B.
suggest.
okay, common source are tumors in the endometrium, breast, colon, stomach, and cervix. Okay, it is said. Okay, find out the source. How to find out the source? Okay, how to find out the source? Just read the full sentence and find out the answer. The purpose of this instruction is to explain
Ovarian cancer.
how to find out the source of origin for ovarian cancer.
B
When you
is the
read,
answer.
No, no.
so you can you delete C also? Can we find out? Does the paragraph explain you how to find out the sources? The common
No.
sources have been given.
No,
So
no, no.
no, it is not explained, isn't it? Whereas estimate the extent of ovarian cancer. So there you can see metastasis to the ovaries are relatively frequent. There you can see that. Okay, and
Yes, yes, yes.
also above you can see primary lesions including epithelial ovarian carcinoma. 70% of all ovarian malignancies. So how much the ovarian cancer, maybe the ovarian cancer is means extending, how much it is spreading maybe. Okay, that has been explained, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the answer will be
D.
B. Yeah. So please. So now, did you understand why you are making a mistake, or like why we are selecting a wrong answer? So clearly, when you read the question in this particular question, you can see. So you have to read the question thoroughly. Okay. You should understand the question first, and whenever you find out the answer, try to relay the question as well as the answer. Then your answer will not be wrong. Okay. So shall we move to the next one?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what does this information tell us about? Okay. So this kind of it is about a birth analyzer. Okay, birthlizer. Okay. The birthlizer or intoxilizer is what is intoxilizer? Any idea?
Birth, fertilizer.
Or intoxilizer. In India, you can see.
Analysis report really depends upon, I mean, the treatment really depends upon the urine analysis only.
What? Can you repeat it? I can't
Breathe
hear you.
alcohol. Breathe
What is
alcohol test.
Yeah, that is to find out whether a person has taken alcohol. You can see in
Alcohol.
India, mostly with the police officers, they will have, especially with the traffic police. So that is intoxilizer. Okay. So is a modified IR spectrometer. Meter. When you blow into the intoxilizers, the breath you expire passes into a sample chamber, and you have been drinking. Then, so will some of the alcohol that has passed from your blood to your breath. In the case of the Lion intoxilizer 6000 produced by Lion Labs, the machine starts sampling the breath immediately as it starts to enter the chamber and does so 37 times per second. The machine continues to monitor this until you blow a consecutive reading for 3 seconds. This is so that it is taking the reading from the deep lung air where the greatest concentration of alcohol is. Once this is achieved, the machine will register that a satisfactory sample has been taken. It will then purge itself and move to the next stage, either a second sample or a calibration check. So, what does the paragraph tell you? How a birthlicer work, isn't it?
How it's work.
Yeah, how it's work.
Alcohol.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, what does this information tell us about? How does a birthlicer
How
work?
does the
Yes,
How it
first.
checks birth
Yes, yes,
rate?
yes.
yes, yes.
What is the answer for
Um,
this?
Answer is A.
Yeah, how does a birthlicer work?
work.
Work.
Definitely. So it is very clear from the paragraph how the mechanism of action of the birthlizer is being given in this. So that you will not have any doubts. So the answer is A. So next question. The purpose of this manual is to explain about. User manual, electronic diagnostic equipment. There are many items of equipment in a hospital that use electronics for operation. The maintenance of such equipment is a task for specialized and trained staff. However, regular inspection and cleaning will help such equipment last for a long time and deliver safe function. These are tasks that the equipment user can carry out and should be done regularly as laid out on the checklist on the next pages. The types of equipments that might be included in this category are, for instance, audiometers, blood gas analyzers, cardiac monitors, cryoprops, infusion pumps, and stimulators. The steps in this section can also be applied to most laboratory equipment, although it should be noted that the WHO publication maintenance manual for laboratory equipment deals with this in much better detail. Okay, so have you read the paragraph? Maybe you need some more time, you can read the paragraph. Can I show the question now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the purpose of this manual is to explain about the much care that the equipment user needed to take. That is, the care maybe a health professional need to take whenever they are dealing with the equipment. Okay, is that the answer? Is
Yes.
that answer
Yes.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is almost right, isn't it? The
Yeah.
paragraph is explaining you that you have to keep a checklist and
Playlist.
yeah, it should be noted like all the
Regular
maintenance manual of
inspection and cleaning.
regular inspection and cleaning must be done, and it also said there is a maintenance manual for laboratory equipments, isn't it? So
Yes.
they all have to follow all the regular inspection, cleaning, and all the manual instructions to be followed, it is said. So that is a right option. Okay, second one, to consider this while maintaining cardiac monitors only.
No.
Only when you are doing
No.
no,
No.
that is not right. Many equipments have been given there, isn't it? So they have talked about cardiac monitors, blood gas analyzers, audiometers, cryoprops, okay, infusion pumps, everything they have explained. Then it's short-term benefits. Obviously no.
No, it's
Obviously no.
lasts for long
No.
time.
What?
It's lasts for
It
long
lasts for
time.
long time, yeah. So,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
so the answer will be
A is the
A is the right answer. Whose voice is that? Maybe Sharika.
Yes, ma'am.
Whose voice is that? I think from you, background voice is coming.
1 minute. അത് കൂടെ കിടച്ചിരുന്നു.
Okay, now it's okay. Okay, so understood? Much. So the much care that the equipment user need to take. Okay, so definitely that will be the answer. Okay, so the answer is A. Okay, so shall we move to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what do you understand from the manual extract? Okay. Patient Safety Reporting Program. So this is a very small extract. The Patient Safety Reporting Program, PSRP, collects, analyzes, and shares no identifiable information about why adverse events and near misses occur and what facilities are doing to prevent similar events. Okay. When you contribute information to PSRP for analysis. It is protected and confidential. Your information can be aggregated with similar organizations across the state to identify patterns of risk and actions to eliminate patient safety hazards. What you need to use PSRP? To use PSRP, your facility must be a PSRP participant. You must have a PSRP account, Patient Safety Reporting Program. So, if you want, you can read once more. So, it is talking about a program known as PSRP, Patient Safety Reporting System.
Safety reporting program.
Yeah, they say that they collect, analyze, and shares no identifiable information about why adverse events or near misses occur and what facilities are doing to prevent similar events. Okay, so that is maybe like whenever they have some problems, these patients have some problem or some problems with safety and things like that. So for that it has been used, and it is said that it is protected and confidential. So who can use this PSRP? Who can use? Your facility must be a PSRP. Maybe there should be a participant of this PSRP, and also they should have an account too.
Account.
Okay, so the question is, what do you understand from the yes? What do you understand from the manual extract? It is used in pre-risk estimation across the state. Is it true? Pre-risk estimation
No.
before risk.
No.
To identify patterns of risk actions to eliminate patients of safety hazards. It is not said it is a pre-risk, isn't it?
Yes.
Just to
Yes,
identify patterns of risk, not pre-risk. Okay, so you can remove that, isn't it? Am I not right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
This will help you to report adverse situation.
Yes.
No. There is
No.
written. Can you just show the passage, ma'am?
No identifiable
Yeah.
information about
No,
that.
to
No
prevent
identify
similar events.
information about why adverse events are near miss. It's okay. What misses? No.
No.
It's not.
It's
No.
not. Okay. It will
No.
not help you to
Yeah.
report adverse situation. Will
It's
they
okay.
help you to report it? It will help to,
Similar
To
situation.
No.
prevent
yeah, it will
this
help to prevent similar events only.
events.
Okay. So you can eliminate that too. Next one, requirements to use PSRP.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
it
Yes.
right?
Yes. To
Yes,
use
ma'am.
Yes, to use
Only the
PSRP, it is
PSRP
already given your
participant,
facility must be a PSRP participant and you
participant
must
and a
have a
PS
PSRP account.
account.
So definitely the answer is
C.
See.
C.
C. Okay. See, so can we move to the next one?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yo. So this is the first last question in one part, maybe from the one question paper, part B. So the question is, the purpose of this email is, what is the purpose of this email? Email to group staff. Okay. You might think that helping an older You might think that helping an older adult get to the hospital is as simple as dropping them off at admitting and allowing the hospital staff to take care of the rest. Think again. Older patients desperately need your help because hospital risks are at an all-time high. Even a short stay can be fraught with medical errors, medication mistakes, falls, infectious diseases, and a host of other life-threatening events for elderly in the hospital. Hospital medical staff wants the very best medical care for your older loved one, but they are under tremendous pressure. Few can overcome patient overload, a nationwide nursing shortage, and a developing physician shortage. Many hospitals in Australia are suffering from financial duress, rendering them unable to accommodate the many needs and vulnerabilities of older adults. Enter the patient advocate. You, as a family member or good friend, must monitor all the patients' medical care and provide support during a hospital stay to minimize hospital risk. Okay. So what is the email telling to this group telling to group staff? It's like email to group staff, and what is it telling? So there are some people who will just bring them and just get admitted and they will leave them as it is. So it is a note for those kind of people that you have to take care of them, you have to be with them, because there are chances elderly people are at more risk, they are the most vulnerable groups. So there are chances they will get some medication errors, maybe some mistakes. Okay. And it is also said the hospital staff is very much, they are in,
And
they are very concerned about the older ones, but they are
They
also
are under
under
pressure.
tremendous pressure,
pressure.
because they will have, they are having
Tremendous
other than
pressure.
many problems like patient overload and nursing shortages and physician shortages and things like that. So it is also said that Australia, many hospitals in Australia are suffering from financial duress, rendering them, so that means they are not able to provide accommodation for many in need, and especially to the older adults. So they are saying you have to be a good friend, maybe a family member to older patients in such a way that you are minimizing the hospital risk for older ones. Okay, that is a email saying to the group staff. Okay, maybe if you want, once again, if you want, you can read. Okay, did you read it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the purpose of this email is, what is the purpose of this email? To refer the recent changes in healthcare.
No.
No,
No.
No.
it is not talking about any of the
Okay.
recent changes in healthcare, isn't it? To
Yes.
explain the reasons for why the older are not treating satisfactory.
Yes. Maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Remind the duties that are
Okay, explain the reasons for why the older are not treating satisfactory.
That is correct.
No. Telling in the
yes.
Yes,
yes.
Okay,
ma'am.
maybe you can consider
The
it.
second one.
Okay,
Yeah.
come to the next one. To remind the duties that overcome difficulty at operation.
No.
No.
No, no.
Why no? How,
Yes, it is
you
the
are
last
you
When
one.
are
it
you
is
like
difficult,
thinking the word operation
yes.
as a surgery? No, it is not the term as a
No, no.
surgery.
Oh, during.
Yes,
It
yes,
is
it's
there
correct,
in the
ma'am.
last
The C is
paragraph.
correct.
Correct.
Okay, don't think like operation as surgery. It's not. They are not
Yeah,
talking about the
yeah.
surgery in
I
the
thought.
option.
Okay, okay,
The last
okay.
paragraph it is correct.
Yeah, it is said
The last
that.
sentence.
Yeah,
This is
under the
correct.
patient
Last sentence.
advocate, you as a family member or good friend must monitor all the patient's medical care and provide support during a hospital stay to minimize minimize
Minimize
hospital risk.
hospital
Okay, so when
hospital
we
risk.
compare B and C,
Mm,
what is the purpose of this email? That is the question,
mm,
isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So the purpose is not,
mm.
they are sending it to the staff group itself. So obviously, a email won't be sent to explain the reason why you are not treating them
The older
satisfactory,
people.
because
That is
because they do not have adequate amenities, or like they do not have adequate the situation is not good for them to treat satisfactory. That is the reason. So when you come to C, you can see to remind the duties that overcome difficulty at operation. That means what?
That
What is
is
the
a
meaning of?
How
There is a
to your responsibilities.
Yeah, their responsibility. So even though they have difficulty in doing things, the email is just insisting them, or just making sure that they are aware about the responsibilities. Understood? Okay. So what do you think? C is the answer?
See.
yes.
Yes, C is the answer. Okay. So good. So we are done with one section of part C. Sorry, part B. So can we move to the next one?
Yes.
So what do you
Yes,
think
ma'am.
from the six questions? I think four is very easy questions. Like four questions are very easy,
Yes, yes.
isn't it? Two will be definitely tough. Like somewhat confusing. It will not be tough. If you read properly, definitely you will get. You may require some more minutes or maybe few more seconds to understand the other two questions, but four will be very straight questions. So try to answer all the answers is right in B part. Maybe at least four you have to make it right. Okay. So we'll move to the next one. So first question is the notice establishes that the phlebotomy training course. Okay. Look into the question. Phlebotomy training. This course enables practitioners to become proficient in performing the skill of phlebotomy safely and effectively without causing the patient any discomfort. The course provides an introduction to phlebotomy covering general issues such as professional responsibility as well as hands-on section. The course is aimed at nurses, healthcare assistants, and other healthcare professionals who wish to do initial training in the skill of phlebotomy. All courses are delivered by experienced and qualified members of hospitals' clinical support services team. On completing this course, students will be able to identify the veins associated with blood collection, patient status that may affect the taking of a sample, and adverse reactions to the procedure. Students will also be able to demonstrate knowledge of the equipment used, how to deal with sharp injuries, the correct techniques for hand hygiene, as well as understanding of the pathology process, labeling requirements, and implications to practice. So, the passage is talking to us about phlebotomy training. So, what is phlebotomy and what are the safe methods? Okay, it has been explained. So, it is telling about a course, isn't it? Phlebotomy training is a course. It is conducted mainly for whom? Nurses, healthcare assistants, and other healthcare professionals who wish to do initial. That it means that what? For those people,
Also,
yeah, who do not have any idea about it. They have the initial training in the skill of phlebotomy. That means they do not have any idea. Maybe for some students or like for the beginners, someone like that, the training has been given. So they also say that all the courses, all these phlebotomy training courses are being delivered by qualified members or experienced staff. And also on completing this course, what will a student or a trainee learn? They will learn about the veins associated with blood collection, patient status that may affect the taking of a sample, adverse reaction of the procedure, and also they will be able to demonstrate the knowledge of the equipment,
use
how they can deal with the sharp injuries, and also the correct techniques for hand hygiene, pathology process they will understand, labeling requirements and implications to practice. So it's very easy paragraph to understand. So the question is, okay, do you want to read once more? Anybody?
No,
You can
ma'am.
read.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you want, you can read. Try to understand each paragraph, what has been given, then easily you can understand the answer.
Okay, ma'am, finish.
Okay, so I'll show you the question. The notice establishes that the phlebotomy training course is intended for those who with no experience of it, only covers practical aspects of the subject, needs to be followed up by further study.
Yay.
Mm.
Is the answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Any other options? Are you sure?
Notice establishes that the film.
Notice establishes that the phlebotomy training course.
Practice aspect of the film.
See, this is your problem. If somebody asks you, is A the right answer, you'll come to the next option. Why?
A.
This
A
is
is the answer.
yeah, A is the answer. See, don't think twice. It's
If
like if you get A as answer, if you're sure about it, go for it. See, I have seen like students telling me like, ma'am, when we rethink, why do you have to rethink about a thing that you have already thought? Okay, it is clearly stated, isn't it? So this is for
Yes, ma'am.
who wish to do initial training in the
Initial
skill of
training into
phlebotomy.
skill promoter.
Skill of phlebotomy, that means only for those people who have no experience
No
on it.
training.
Yeah, for them it so practical training. It is also told about so why I will tell you why B is wrong. It demonstrates knowledge of the equipment used. So knowledge is not only practical, isn't it? It is theoretical knowledge also. It is how to deal with sharp injury, the correct techniques for hand hygiene, the pathological process has been understood, isn't it?
Okay,
So
okay.
everything is understood. So we can straight away avoid practical aspects. Not only practical aspects, the theoretical knowledge also has been given during the training. So nowhere it said needs to be followed up by further study. It is not said. So definitely A will be the answer. So when you have confusion, always go with the answer what you have thought first. That will be the right answer. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, ma'am.
understood?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So shall we move to the next one?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
According to the extract from the policy document, anyone seeking written consent from a patient must be. So the question is here. Seeking written consent. The health professional carrying out the procedure is ultimately responsible for ensuring the patient is genuinely consented. However, teamwork is crucial. And where written consent is sought, it may be appropriate for other members of the team to participate in the process seeking consent, subject to that person being competent to obtain consent for the procedure or treatment proposed to the patient. Competency is established when either the healthcare professional themselves carry out the procedure or is capable of carrying out the procedure unsupervised, or because they have received specialist training in advising patients about this procedure and have been assessed as competent to do so. This includes demonstrating that they are aware of the limits of their knowledge and their practice is subject to audit. So you can read once more. Okay, it is about consent, seeking written consent. So what does it say? It is the health professional's responsibility that the consent should be taken, and it is also said the teamwork is crucial because the other people who are the other team members also have the responsibility and they also have the right to seek the consent, and one should make sure that the whoever is giving a consent is competent to give it. Competent means what? He is able to give the consent. Sorry, competent to obtain consent for the procedure. That means he should be. So what is the competence they mean? The healthcare professionals, that is the patient who is getting the consent, should be carrying out the procedure, or he or she should be capable of carrying out the procedure unsupervised, and they should also have received specialist training in advising patients about this procedure and have been assessed to competent to do so. That is, they should have specialist training, and also they should be able to do it. So we can see for major surgeries and things like that, we can see only the consent will be taken from only from the consent will be taken from the patient by the doctors, isn't it, whoever is doing the surgery.
Answers, ma'am.
According to the extract from the policy document, anyone seeking written consent from a patient must be a member of the team carrying out the procedure.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No.
B.
No. Okay.
B.
Qualified to do so as a result of specific training.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes.
B.
Yes. B is right, because
Yes.
he should have a specific training or he should have received a
Record.
specific training in that particular procedure, isn't it? Then
Yeah.
the most senior member of staff in attendance, it is not said. The most senior
No.
member is not said.
No. No. B.
But in A, it is said a member of the team
A
can
mem.
also obtain a
Carried
consent.
out. Yes.
Okay,
But
it is said.
there
That is
clearly
C, you
said
can
also
B is
delete.
more qualified.
Yeah,
Competency
B.
staff only can do the.
yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
C, you can delete. But A, it is said a member of team should be
Can.
yeah, they can also receive. But more appropriate is that he should be having a
B.
specific
Qualified
training,
Qualified.
specific training.
yes, specialist training in advising patients about this procedure. Okay, it should be specially trained. So the answer is B.
B.
That is how you delete.
B.
Okay, so shall we move to the next one?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The extract from the article about body piercing suggests that many ED nurses are concerned about. Okay, so we'll read body piercing to all ED staff. See this quote from a recent article available on hospital intranet about body piercings. There has been a significant increase in the incidence of body piercing in the Western world over the last decade. Although some emergency department nurses have piercings of one type or another themselves, many have no experience of them. When confronted with a patient who has a problem associated with a piercing, there can be difficulties. However, even more anxiety seems to arise in emergency situations when speed is crucial and healthcare professionals are unsure about how or when to remove jewelry. A new article takes advice from a professional PSO regarding the issues facing emergency nurses and how these can best be approached. Handling trauma, infection, and embedded jewelry is described. Specific detail about piercing of the ear, nose, tongue, nipple, and navel is included. So the article is talking to you about piercing, body piercing. So it is said some people have experienced the unexperienced staff when they have to face these situations. They are very anxious, and it also talks about an article how these can be approached and how they can manage a particular trauma or a piercing. You can read once more.
Excuse me, ma'am. This passage, I cannot clear this screen, ma'am. Is it my network problem or everybody having same?
Clear.
Yeah, now it's clear.
It's not clear.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Now clear, ma'am. Now clear.
Okay, okay,
Maybe my network issue. I don't know.
okay, okay.
Answer, ma'am.
Yeah. All of you have read it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can I show the questions? Okay. The extract from the article about body piercing suggests that many ED nurses are concerned about how to deal with them in certain parts of the body. Okay. Is that option right? How to deal with them in certain parts of the body?
No.
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 Are they talking about it? They're talking fully about the body piercing, not a particular area, isn't it?
Yes.
No. Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes,
think
yes.
you're not sure about it. Can you delete it?
Yes.
No, they are
Yes.
Yeah,
Only
yes, we
talking
can
about the
delete it
important.
because yeah, they are talking about all the area.
All.
The best type of advice to give patients about them. To the
No.
patients?
No.
No.
Is that
No.
patients.
The best type of advice to give patients about body piercing? No.
No.
To the patients? No, it is not explained. Okay. So next one, what to do when they are impeding essential treatment?
Mm.
Yes.
Yes.
When we come to the last part of this paragraph, I think.
When emergency occurs.
Hmm.
To take professional advice from
Impeding means what?
the issues.
You see, emergency and advice for yes,
Yes.
regarding the handling
In
trauma infection describe
professional
patient.
periods are regarding the issues facing emergency nurses and how
How
these
these
can
can best be
best be approached.
approached. Yeah, a
Yeah.
new article takes
Mm.
advice from a professional peer regarding the issues facing emergency issues and how these can
How
be
these best be
approached.
approached.
Approach.
Yeah. So the what to do when they're impeding essential treatment?
Essential
When they
treatment.
essential means what? Urgent.
Necessary. It's crucial.
Yeah, very crucial treatment when they have to do what to do.
Mm.
So what do you think? What is the answer?
C.
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 Sure.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. C is the answer. Okay. So very good. Okay, so shall we move to the next question?
Yeah.
Okay, the guidelines are giving information about. Okay, so this is the guideline. Installation of eye drops. This is a clean procedure whether both eyes may require treatment. Each eyes must be treated separately. If infection is present, there should be ideally be two containers of medication, one for each eye labeled L or R to prevent, that is left or right to prevent cross contamination. If there is only one, the least affected eye should be treated first to minimize the likelihood of transfer of infection from one eye to the other. Gently pull down the lower eyelid and ask the patient to look upwards. This ensures that the lower fornix is exposed to allow for administration of the drops. Instill the prescribed number of drops into the lower fornix. Ask the patient to keep the eye closed for as long as possible, preferably 2 minutes to ensure adequate absorption. Dab with dry gauze to prevent excess medication irritating surrounding skin. If more than one eye preparation is to be inserted into the eye, there needs to be an interval of at least 5 minutes between the two preparations. So it is the installation of eye drops. Okay, that has been explained here that they're saying we should have two separate means medication containers for both eyes to prevent cross contamination. And if there is only one, you should make sure that the least infected is treated first
I
and
should
then
be
the most infected.
in first.
And also the procedure for instilling eye drops has been given.
Installation of eye drops.
Okay, you can read.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, anybody else to read? No. All right. So the guidelines are giving information about ways of instilling different types of eye drops. Is it right or wrong? Ways of instilling
Different.
different types of eye drops.
Uh,
No.
No,
no, different
different
types.
types. Not
No, it is not talking about different types
different
of eye
types.
drops, isn't it? Okay.
Yes,
How to instill eye drops in both the patient's eye?
that's right, mama.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
Yes,
yes.
right.
so it is said, okay, for it must be
B is the
treated.
right answer.
So where both eyes may require treatment, each eye must be treated separately, and how we should apply or how we should instill drops to both eyes has been explained in the first paragraph, isn't it? So next
Yes.
one, what to tell patient who need to instill eye drops?
No.
Totally.
Yes. No, that is
Nothing.
No, that is also there. Given this
Want to
second paragraph. No.
yes.
What to
That
tell the
there is a
patient?
one
No,
sentence
the
is
question
left like
is
that with the try.
what to tell patients who need to instill eye drops?
No.
No.
No,
No.
the second
We
paragraph
are
say you
instilling
ask the
to
patient to look upwards. It is not
words.
you're telling
Ask the
it
patient to
does
do.
not means that you have to tell the patient
And
how to instill.
patient to.
no,
No,
we are
you are
instilling.
requesting the
So
patient
B
to
is
look
the answer.
upwards. That's
Yes.
all. Okay.
Yes.
You're requesting the patient to look upwards. That's all. We are not telling the patient how to instill or like how to instill a eye drop.
Excuse
Okay.
me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you show me the slide once again, ma'am? Because in the last section, they were showing the preparation, ma'am. I have one doubt. Yeah, ma'am, if more than one eye preparation is to be inserted into the eye, that means they are telling regarding the drops, ma'am, or
Yeah, same thing. Eye preparation means same thing. That is, if they want two drops, maybe two drops or two different medications.
okay.
Okay, if
Each
there's more than
interval.
eye preparation means maybe I really do not remember the names of the drops. Maybe some
Yeah,
Ziplocs
yeah,
and something
mid-diacetyl
else.
tropicamide like
Yeah,
that.
something else. Yeah, two
Two
medications when they
types of.
have to put,
Mm.
like there need to be an interval of at least 5 minutes between the two preparations. That is, once the first one is done, after that you have to wait for another 5 minutes, and then you should go for the other one. That's it.
Okay. In the answer option, they were showing that one, no, ma'am. How how to install eye drops
Answer.
both eyes.
Yeah, also telling.
Ways of instilling different types of eye drops. Okay.
Okay.
Is it about the
A and C
ways?
is
No.
Information about to B, ma'am.
It's telling about how to instill eye drops. They mentioned about that also.
So no,
But
first option when you
No.
see ways of instilling.
no, that's
no, no.
No.
No, ways are not there.
Ways are not telling.
Ways are not
No.
there, isn't
They.
it?
Okay, ma'am.
B.
No different.
B is answer.
But
So what is
just
the
telling
answer
about
now?
B.
that means
B.
In this answer.
B is the
B
answer.
is the answer.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have
B
any
is the
any other doubts? Like, do you have any doubts still? Do you have doubts in the options? If you have, you can ask me.
Ma'am, actually they are telling no 5 minute interval needed. Sir, that means that is a one way, no, for instilling eye drop or no,
See,
ma'am.
no,
instruction. It is only one
that is
method,
an
not ways.
instruction, isn't it? That is an instruction. That is not a way. That is an instruction given to the patient or like given to the that to the healthcare professional
Okay.
that you have to
Okay.
maintain at least 5 minutes between two preparation. It is an
Okay.
instruction, isn't it?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, see, when you read the above line, ask the patient to keep the eye closed, preferably 2 minutes to ensure
Yeah.
adequate absorption.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dab with dry gauze to prevent excess medication irritating surrounding skin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is the instruction given to the healthcare professional or maybe the one who is instilling drops. That is
Okay.
not a way.
Okay.
So, way, if you can see, I will tell you, way means, see, gently pull down the lower lid. That is a way of doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that is a way. So, don't you think you can delete that? The best possible answer will be
B. B.
sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So B is the right answer. So whenever you read meet all the three options and choose a most appropriate one. Okay, definitely you will have doubts, maybe when you read for the first time, definitely you will get, but that was not only the instruction they were given. Before also they were giving many instructions, how to hold, maybe what are the things you have to do, and like that instructions are given. Okay, so answer is B. So can we move to the next one? It's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So next one is, so the fifth question. What does the newsletter say about patients admitted to the virtual ward? Okay. Extract from newsletter to GPs, okay, general practitioners. The virtual ward scheme, which was piloted last year, will continue delivering hospital care in patients' homes throughout the winter. It aims to provide intensive support for people in their own homes when they might otherwise have had to stay in hospital. Patients on virtual ward must be at least 18 years of age, registered with GP, working with the area, and have nursing and rehabilitation needs. The discharge support team based at the hospital will assess patients for their suitability for the virtual ward through a review, which will look at all the suitable options at that time. Once the patient is on the virtual ward, they will be monitored by a named doctor from the hospital. The medical team will make a patient's GP aware of the fact that they have been placed on the virtual ward through e-discharge. So, it is a letter to the GP about the virtual ward scheme, which was piloted last year. Piloted last year means, what is piloted?
Established.
Sir.
Yeah, maybe
Established.
in research you can see it's a pilot study, isn't it? Okay. Okay, we'll continue delivering hospital care in patients' homes through the winter. So they're talking about the care they are giving. You can read the paragraph. Okay. So what do they say? It is about the care that is given throughout the winter. So it aims to provide intensive support for people in their own homes with when they might otherwise have had to stay in hospital. So they say patients must be 18 years of age. They should have a personal GP with them, and uh,
Nursing
yeah,
and
they will assess the virtual ward through a review and will look at all the suitable options at that time. So by all this, they will be giving all the possible care for them. Once the patient is in virtual ward, they will be monitored by a named doctor from the hospital. A doctor from the hospital will be monitoring him, and the team will make sure that the GP is aware about um, the fact that they have been placed on a virtual ward. Okay, so what is virtual learning or virtual ward? Virtual means what? What we are doing is what we are doing now is a virtual learning, isn't it?
yes, the practical.
Yeah,
Should
virtual
be
means what?
different.
Online.
Yes,
Okay, the
Indirect.
students are learning online. Now, what we are doing is an online thing. That is a virtual study.
yeah, distance learning.
Yeah, same way, the virtual care or maybe a virtual hospitalization. They're talking about a virtual hospitalization. instead of hospital, they will stay in their own homes and they will get the same care as
And
they
treatment.
receive in a hospital. That is virtual ward scheme.
Question.
Yo, did you read?
Yes.
Can I show the questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What does the newsletter say about patients admitted to the virtual ward? They should be visited by the GP.
No.
Does
No.
it say that?
There is
No.
They remain under the care of the
monitoring by
hospital.
GP. There it.
Yeah, monitoring by the
They will
GP. So
discharge.
it is the GP will
Yeah,
know about
there is
them through
maintenance.
e-discharge. That's it. That is through maybe an electronic mail, or like maybe a mail is given to the GP that the patient has been discharged from the virtual ward. Nothing else. So it is not said GP has to monitor them.
Yes,
But they will be monitored by a named doctor from the hospital.
Yeah, that is from the named doctor from the hospital, not their GP. GP is somebody
Hospital
else. Who is
GP.
GP?
Okay. Okay. He's a general practitioner. Yes.
Yeah, that is a registered general practitioner. So, like our family doctor. All will be having a
Yeah.
particular GP, isn't
Clear.
it? Not by the GP. That is only by the named doctor from the hospital. Okay. So, we can delete that.
Hospital. Yes.
Yeah, they remain under
Yeah,
the
delete.
care of the hospital.
Yes.
Yes, that is the right option. They remain under the. It is said, isn't it? So they will be receiving the
Yes.
care aims to intensely support in their own homes when they made. They otherwise they have to had in the hospital. So they are like it is said there is a discharge and things like that. They will be assessing the patients
They will be monitored by doctor.
named from the hospital. So same as like
Medical team
they are
will make
receiving
a
the care of
patient.
the hospital, isn't it? They remain under the care of the hospital. They have all asked to included in the scheme.
No. No.
Oh. Does somebody ask to somebody to include to be included in the scheme? No. The thing is, anybody who is under a means in that scheme should be of 18 with the GP and like having nursing and rehabilitation needs working within that area. That's it. Nothing else, isn't it? Okay. So can
Can
we
you
delete
explain it again?
the option C?
No, B. How it become under the care of hospital?
So it is
Remain
said the
under the.
same. Patients
But
on. Can you see that?
intensive care support for the people in their home.
Yeah, in their home
Otherwise,
when they might otherwise they have to had to stay in the hospital. So virtual scheme means the same care what is being getting in the hospital is being provided for a patient in their own home. Understood? If you are getting admitted into a hospital, same care they are getting in the home by the hospital people.
yes.
Understood. It is not the GP who is taking care of him. So the what scheme is that if they are admitted to a particular hospital, what care they will get at the hospital, the same care they are getting at the home by the hospital team.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Understood.
Yes.
It's just simple logic. Just imagine you are doing an online study, OET. So if you are coming, you are getting the same care and attention, whatever, even if you are coming to a institute and studying, isn't it? Same thing. If you're coming to an institute daily and if you're sitting from 10 to 12, same thing. What you're getting, the same thing has been delivered to you over here through online.
Okay. Thank you.
Same concept.
Yeah.
Understood?
Okay, ma'am.
So the C option is they have all asked to be included in the scheme. No, nobody is asking anybody to be included in the scheme. So that is not explained. So I think we can delete C also, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. And first option, did you understand? Why did we delete?
Yes.
Okay.
B was confused deleted.
C is confusing.
They
Got it?
have all.
Now it's clear before.
It's clear to you?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So did you understand why we have deleted A and C?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So they remain under the care of the hospital. That means even if they are not in the hospital, they are getting the same care as if they are in the hospital.
Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
So answers B. So shall we move to the next one?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that is the last question. The memo to nursing staff is. Okay, nursing staff on geriatric wards. When patients no longer needs hospital care, they are risk associated with remaining in this environment, including that of a hospital acquired infection and social isolation. Moreover, it is essential that patients access alternative care and support services in a timely way to ensure that hospital services are available to others who need them. When a residential care home placement is required, most patients will wish to wait for a place to become available in the home of their choice. They may be concerned about the possibility of moving to an interim placement in the meantime. Patients requiring care or support at home may also have particular wishes about how and by whom such care is provided. On occasions, therefore, patients decline the options that are available and remain in hospital beyond the time that their care needs require. This is why all staff have a responsibility to refer to social care at the optimum time so that the discharge plan is formulated and agreed as early as possible. So, it is to a nursing staff on geriatric ward. You can read it once again. Okay. Did you all read? Understood?
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is, when the patient is admitted, they don't want to get a discharge, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So they are saying that there is a risk like hospital acquired infection and social isolation. So whenever they are to be transferred to a residential care home placement, whenever they require that, they will wait until for a home of their choice. That means whichever they wish, like they would like to go to a home which they wish, and they also have a particular, they are so particular about how and whom will care for them and things like that. So it is said, whenever a patient is admitted into the hospital, it is a responsibility of the staff nurse to refer them to the social care at the right time, at the optimum time, so that the discharge can be formulated and without any issues they can be discharged, isn't it?
Okay.
That is the,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, that is the conclusion of the paragraph. Okay, so the question is, the memo to nursing staff is alerting staff to an increase in certain problems, warning staff the consequences of certain actions, encouraging staff to anticipate the need for certain decisions. So first
Yes.
option is saying that alerting the staff to an increase in certain problems. Some problems will get worse if you are not. Yeah, they're giving an alert. Second one is they're warning the staff of the consequence of certain action if they do not take an appropriate action at the right time. Okay, they are talking about the consequences. Third one is encouraging staff to anticipate the need for certain decisions. Okay, so it's a straight question. You can see. What do you think? Is it an alert? Is it a warning or an encouragement?
Encouragement.
Encourage.
Oh, so how many of you saying as encouragement and how many of you saying as does alert? So nobody is going with warning. It's not a warning.
Memo warning.
No,
Not
memo has
warning.
no meaning of warning. Okay, memo is like it does not mean that it is only a warning. It can be a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, it's not.
Will be C.
So all are going with C. No alert.
I think A.
It's not a proper
Alert.
decision making in the right.
Hmm.
Responsibility.
What do you think? Alert, warning, and encouragement.
Alert.
Alert.
It's an alert.
Yes.
Yes.
Now you have changed from encouragement to alert. Why? Why alert?
Responsibility.
No, it's
Ma'am, in the first line itself, they are telling there is a chance to get hospital-acquired infection and social isolation also can happen, and the increased.
no last one. This is why all staff have a responsibility to refer to the social care at an optimum time.
So
Hmm.
that the discharge plan is
So
formulated.
it should be
They are
alert.
responsible for it, so it is alert also.
If we are referring to the social workers, so that are
Your audio is not clear. Can
about
you be much louder? Hmm. The one who's talking right now. Uh,
for the social workers for the discharge.
So some are they saying the first line and the other one is saying the last line. Okay. So what is the first line? When patients no longer need hospital care, there are risks associated. That is a general thing. Whenever if at all a patient is admitted for a long time in the hospital, there are chances of hospital acquired infection and social isolation. That is not an alert to the alerting staff to an increase in certain problems. That is not an alert, isn't it? This is a common set. Okay. And last one. On occasions, therefore, patients decline the options that are available and remain in hospital beyond the time that their care needs recur. This is why all staff have responsibility to refer to social care at the optimum time so that the discharge plan is formulated and agreed as early as possible.
So we can
And
avoid
encourage only, no, it is.
if we
We can
discharge
avoid.
at the right time, we can
Uh,
avoid the acquired infection. So
Conflict.
No, it is encourage the patients to go home.
sorry.
Hmm.
yeah.
So that was a mistake actually. I was about to increase the volume of my computer. Okay, wait a
Yeah,
second.
that
After that,
A is telling alert that increase
Yeah.
something is telling. So that
yeah, now I can hear you all. Okay, wait a second. I'll come to that. Oh my god, this is. So, one second. Oh my god, we are stuck. Okay, so in the A, they are telling a general thing that whenever there is a prolonged hospitalization, there are chances for hospital acquired infections and like what else was given there? Hospital acquired infection and
Social isolation.
yeah,
Social
social
isolation.
yes, and social isolation, isn't it?
Isolation. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in the last paragraph, do you think can you consider it as an alert?
Why can't
but it can be, ma'am. That the after
that's
that
alert?
the alert in certain issue something it is written.
Certain problems.
Yeah, yeah, it is, isn't it? On a On occasions, therefore, patients decline the options that are available and remain in hospital beyond the time, so their care needs recur. Okay, recur. This is why all staff responsibility to refer to social care at the optimum time. Right? So the discharge plan is formulated and agreed as early as possible. So the options are alerting staff to an increase in certain problems. That is, so even though even if you consider it as an alert, read the full thing, to an increase in certain problems.
Yeah. To an increase in certain problems. There
Problems.
is
And next one, yeah. Last one is encouraging staff to anticipate the need for certain decisions. That is, anticipating means what? Potential. What is the potential need for? Yeah. What is the potential need for certain decisions? It means that why do they have to refer to the social care at the right time, so that the discharges plan is formulated earlier, so that there will not be any problem. Yeah, we will not have any problems like this in future. Understood. Anyway, warning is not an option. We have deleted it. In between A and C, A says that alerting staff to an increase in certain problems. C is encouraging staff to anticipate the need for certain decisions. Okay, why do we have to take that is it is giving an encouragement to staff to contact the social care workers, therefore they can take appropriate decision at the right time. Thereby future problems will be avoided. Understood?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Understood why you have got C as answer?
Yes,
Yes, it's clear.
Yes? Clear?
Yeah.
yes.
It's clear, right? So C is the answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So do you have any doubts in these 12 questions what we have dealt with? We have dealt with two parts of B.